Well, hello there. I wonder if I can switch that. I didn't mean to set this up as a horizontal. But good morning, half a day. Let me see if I can switch this. I don't know if it's too late, but let's find out. Um, no. Let's see. No, I unfortunately didn't realize that I had set it up as um, good morning, Mike. I honestly did not realize, and this is going to be the first time I'm doing a live stream horizontal, so bear with me, guys. Like I said, how's everybody doing? Good morning. Happy Sunday. But are you guys ready for some breakfast? Horizontal streams. What's FTW? Yes, you are the first. And thank you. Good morning, Becca. Good morning, Fran. Thank you guys so much for popping in. What is FTW? And this is the first time I'm doing a live stream horizontal. I didn't realize that I had set it up that way because when I was creating the for the live stream, I was on my laptop. So sorry about that, y'all. Like I said, I don't know. Um, for the win. Oh, okay. So as you guys saw today, I mean, you guys have seen me make pancakes and a handful of other dishes, but this morning I wanted to do, um, hey mama, oh, fight to win. That's also what FTW stands for. Hold on a second, guys. But hopefully everybody's having a wonderful morning. Like I said, this is the first. This is so weird. And all the times that I've been doing live stream, this is weird setting it up as a horizontal. Hold on. Now I gotta adjust my. Nope. Okay. Nope. See, even my phone holder doesn't want to cooperate with me. Everything okay? Nieces, hey, good morning. Thank you for joining. Let's see who else is here. Okay, yeah. So one more time, just a quick shout out to everybody that's here. Good morning, half a day. Thank you guys so much for joining. We've got Mike, we've got Fran, we've got Becca, we've got Nieces, we've got Mama, and good morning, DJ. Thank you so much for popping in. I'm glad that you're here. And hopefully I'm going to make you guys hungry enough to go ahead and join me in the kitchen. And let's make some waffles. So basically, I am just using the same recipe as for my pancakes. The biggest difference is that it's going to be more liquidy because when you're using the waffle maker, you don't want to have a thick batter. And the other thing that I slightly altered is how many eggs that I'm including. But yeah, let me grab my apron and let's get to cooking. Oh, thank you, baby. Because I work with flour and I'm wearing black, and not too long after we're done eating, we're going to be hitting the road. so we can try and make some money today. But for now, it's all about the cooking. How many of you guys have done a live stream? Yeah, and I can't get over it. Horizontal. I know they say you want to do vertical live stream because it gets pushed out more, like with the shorts. I'm in bed, but I'm getting hungry. Thank you. Oh, you're making pancakes, nieces? That's fine. That's fine. Making pancakes. All right. It doesn't take long for the waffle maker, and this is the waffle maker that I have. It's the one that does turn. So, but the first thing I'm going to do is show you guys the ingredients. So, you need flour, baking powder. My hubby has the sugar, but you need sugar. That was for the dry. You got the flour, the sugar, the baking powder. For the wet, you've got eggs. I've already melted about a half a stick of butter in here. Oh, the other mix of the in reference to the wet, which is what I'm about to make right now, is the homemade version of buttermilk, which I'll be taking 1 tablespoon of vinegar. You actually like horizontal more when I am at home usually, so I can do it on my laptop. Have I caught? Oh, wait a minute. That's right. That's right, friend. I have been to your live when it was horizontal. I guess I never really paid attention that it was horizontal versus vertical. But I'm just making my homemade version for buttermilk, which, because I need this to be more liquidy, normally it's 2 tablespoons for every cup of milk. I'm sorry, to make 1 cup, but I'm doing 1 tablespoon and enough milk to make half a cup. But that was the other liquid part that you'll need for this, other than the melted butter, is milk. And while that is brewing, the other thing you can add, you don't have to add extract. I do have at least the ingredients listed in the description box, but it's extract. Typically it's vanilla extract, but I do have to say, and I said this in the last time I did my live stream for cooking, this was recommended by my sister, Carmen, and very, very, I love the smell of this one. Whenever she's baking, she uses this and not just the regular McCormick vanilla extract. But you don't just have vanilla. I right now have a total of 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different flavors. Good morning, Presley, of extract. Lemon, cake batter, banana, strawberry. I've got coconut, which I've yet to try this one. Orange and mint. But the extract that I'm going to use today, ooh, those are the pictures he sent?
Yeah, these are the pictures he just
Oh
uploaded.
man, I wonder if I can set that up as a background. Well, those are pretty cool. Here. So our son, for those, most of you guys know, our son is in Guam right now. And these are some of the photos he's taken with his camera. Can you guys see that? I am so jealous, but I'm so happy that he's there. But for the waffles, I'm going to use my banana extract. Beautiful, man. That's beautiful. The guy that you were also seeing there was my brother. Look at that. That is so awesome.
What was that?
it's lagging right now for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Good morning, Corey. Thank you for joining. My husband just had to pop in and show the photos that our son sent us because he's currently in Guam right now. But let's get to cooking. All right. So the first thing I like to do is it. Oh, wow. That one's nice.
Which one?
The heart one. Did it pop up already?
Not yet.
Yeah, there is a bit of a lag with
is.
horizontal when you go live with someone.
That's down around Marisa.
Is it?
Yeah.
Nice.
The guy
That is
flying
a
the
gorgeous. That is such a
in the
gorgeous
video?
photo.
That is a good photo.
That I really love the heart one.
Little angle.
That out of the photos, even though you got the
Yeah,
beach
it's
in the
small.
background. I know the film isn't doing it justice right now, but this is my favorite of the one he sent so far. Yeah, there is a bit of a lag. Uh-oh, what'd you do?
Me.
Okay, there you go.
Okay.
All right, let's get to cooking. So, let me put this over here.
How many pictures did you send?
I don't know. You're distracting me. Oh, wow. That must also be in Marisa.
I don't know where that one is.
There's another one. I don't know if that's one of our chiefs. I mean, that was what? That's gold. But I'm just starting with sifting the flour. I'm only going to use about 2 cups of flour today for this batch. 1. I know sometimes the flours come pre-sifted, but I don't think this one is. For whenever you're using the flour, if it already says pre-sifted, I just skip this step. But for me, for whatever reason, and honestly, that's why I'm not a chef, but I like to cook. I don't remember why I was told it's good to sift your flour. I don't know if it just makes things fluffier, softer. So, all right, so that's 2 cups. I'll be here but working. No worries. Make that money, Corey. And then I'm doing about 2.5 teaspoons of... No, I'm just going to do 2 teaspoons of baking powder. Because I want it to rise, but I don't want it to rise too much. The other reason why, too, I like to sift when it comes to the baking powder and even the baking soda, because you know how you get the clumps in there, and I like to get those out. So how sweet do we want our waffles to be? That just depends on you, but I like to snack on these when without syrup or jelly or anything like that. So I do make it a little bit on the sweet side. So right now for 2 cups of flour, I'm doing about at least, this is not a 1/2 cup that I'm using, but so about a 1/2 cup, maybe just a little bit more. And same thing when it comes to the sugar. You know, you get how you get the granules in there. All right, so that's the dry ingredients. Just give that a quick mix. Flour, sugar, baking powder. Just make sure all of the dry ingredients are well incorporated. So Nieces, you said that you're making your pancakes. Do you like to make yours sweet? Now I'm just going to go ahead and prep the eggs. Normally I have one. But I'm just trying to make sure that my waffles will come out a little bit more on the crispier side without having to overcook it to make it crispy. Let's just give this a quick whisk. Other than watching my live stream or watching this as a replay, hopefully you guys have a fantastic Sunday. All right, so we got that going. Let's go ahead and start adding the wet ingredients. Just giving this, because for those of you guys that don't know, when you add vinegar to the milk, it does kind of separate it. But like I said, this is just one way. I know there's other ways to make homemade buttermilk, but my Auntie Connie showed me this way, and that's what I've been doing. So we'll go ahead and add our wet. So that was about a half a cup of my homemade buttermilk. Half a stick of melted butter. And now we're getting ready to add the 2 eggs that I just whisked. And a pinch of this, a pinch of that. Like I said, I'm going to use the banana flavor of the, you know what? No, I'm going to stick to banana. I was going to say I was going to use the strawberry instead because I do have fresh bananas that I can top it on. But I plan on snacking on these waffles as well. So I'm just going to stick with the banana extract. And like I said, I don't measure. It's not really a cooking class. It's just showing, and you know, showing how I make it. But that right there, okay, based on what my hubby just said, we got to give measurements. So at least with what I just used there for the banana extract was maybe 1.5 teaspoons. And like I said, because you want this one to be a little bit more on the runny side when it comes to the batter, we're going to go ahead and, oh, I just smell that. It smells just like bananas. Babe, can you, oh, when you get a chance, can you get the other milk?
No, I need coffee. Coffee's more important.
So that was 2 cups of flour. So I'm going to start off with at least 1.5 cups of milk. Alright, so that was about 1.5 cups. Oh yeah, speaking of, do you guys know what today is? I can make a pretty mean frozen burrito in the toaster oven. But this is all foreign to me. No worries, Presley. But do you guys know what today is?
Groundhog Day.
February 2nd. You better, what did they say? Come, say it, babe. Come, you got to get closer so they can hear you. I know, but you got to say it again. Now that...
Changing hats. Hold on. I thought once and I was like, damn, my hair looks great. It does, but the hat didn't help me. I don't know what you're saying.
Go ahead and give them Groundhog Day.
I'll be hearing Groundhog Day quotes all day long.
Yeah, because I do plan on going live on my Gig Live channel as we head to work. So And just like with the pancake batter, it's okay if if you see tiny lumps in there, it'll get cooked. But unlike my pancake batter, it would be thicker than this. But whenever you're making waffles, you want to make sure that the batter is a little bit more runny. All right, so I have that turned on. Let me just clear up a little bit of this mess. And I'm hiding it in the sink behind me. And I'm glad that I did 1.5 cups of milk, because I might have made it just a little bit too runny if I added more than that. But I've got the waffle maker going.
And then Groundhog Eve said, I definitely see a shadow. 6 more weeks of winter. You did see a shadow too.
Oh, really? So that's for real?
That ain't for down here.
Oh.
It's already summer again. So maybe up in Pennsylvania it could be winter still, but not down here. But yeah, he saw a shadow.
All right. So, again. Huh?
I said, pardon me while I take pictures.
So like I said, whenever you're making your waffle batter, you want to make sure it is a little bit more on the runny side. Normally when I make my pancake batter, it wouldn't flow as easy as that. But
Who else could go for
this
some
is
flapjacks about now?
He was serious about he's going to be constantly throwing out those Groundhog Day.
Oh, you're going to hear my favorite more than once today. Morons, your bus is leaving. And cats again.
Okay. Actually, what I wanted to do while I'm waiting for this to finish heating up, what I did before I went live was using the program to make some of the music that I used on my, let me, hold on a second. Nope, I can't. Nope, it won't. Okay. Have to do it this way. There we go. So you gotta just keep looking at my nose and my chin. All right. So for those of you guys that didn't hear it, if you didn't watch my most recent video, I had included using an AI program, and maybe I had it a little too high.
Hot. Damn hot. See how does my shorts like cook things in them.
Babe.
Wrong movie.
Yeah, wrong movie. All right.
That was Good Morning Vietnam.
All right, looks like it is ready. So let's go ahead and, even though this is supposed to be nonstick, we all know that I still put a little bit of coating on there. And we're gonna go ahead and put our first and you don't want to overfill it, which I have, because as you close it, it continues to spread throughout the waffle maker. But that's also why it comes with this guy right here. But I give that just a few seconds. And then I'll close this, move out of the way. And I also give that about 10 seconds. And right now the setting that I have it is about medium high. But I give it about 10 seconds before I flip it. That way it kind of gets that, so it's not still too liquidy, that it'll come out on the sides. And flip. And now I wait. I cook it anywhere from 3 to 5 minutes. Like I said, it really just depends on how crispy you want it, how dark. You have a mini. I kind of want to get one of those, you know, especially making it for my grandbabies when this one right here, the full size, will be a little too much for them. Groundhog said 6 more weeks of winter. I say we have groundhogs to keep us warm for the next 6 weeks. Have you ever? Have you ever? All right, I'm going to be constantly messing with this so I can, because when I get close to the camera, you guys got to see a close up of me. Okay. So going back, I want you guys to hear it. You guys are going to be the first ones to hear it. It might be in reference to the lyrics when I have, and it's the AI that comes up with everything else, the music and the singing. All I'm doing is adding the lyrics to it, but and then they provide everything else. I choose in reference to the style of music, and of course, I try to keep it to a little bit more of that island theme to it. So, but for this one, I played around with doing Pacific Island and pop. So I haven't even heard it yet. So you guys will get to hear it along with me. And I will have to say that there's been a handful of some of the songs that it's come up with that I did not like the beat at all. So here's hoping that we get a good one, because this is something that I can have playing in the background while I'm either doing a live stream or if I just create a video to post. So let's take a listen. And it's titled, Let's Get to Cooking. Good morning, Em. You're just in time to listen to the premiere of a song that I just helped write the lyrics to. All right, where is it? Okay.
Grab an apron and crack an egg. Are we gonna make pudding? Warm up the oven and melt that butter. But let's get to cooking. Can we get prepared to cook big meals, small meals, and just what will it be? Will we bake it or fry it? Will they want something sweet or something savory? Grab your apron. Grab your apron. Let's get to cooking. Grab an apron and crack an egg. Are we gonna make pudding? Warm up the oven and melt that butter. But let's get to cooking. Can we get prepared to cook big meals, small meals, and just what will it be? Will we bake it or fry it? Will they want something sweet or something savory? Grab your apron, let's get to cooking.
All right, what did you guys think of that? I mean, that one, what's weird is that it almost has a little bit of that country feel to it. All right, let's check it. It's been about 3 minutes. Can you guys see that? I'm going to do it about another minute and a half. But what did you guys think of that? That one wasn't bad. I actually got, I started to get more into it. But like I said, I put Pacific Island and pop as the genre for the music. But thank you. But I really don't get an island feel to it. I get a little bit more country. So, right?
Grab an apron and crack an egg. Are we gonna make pudding? Warm up the oven and melt that butter. But let's get to cooking.
That and I like how they do that sometimes where they give what I'm not exactly wanting as the tagline to it, but sometimes like, hey, I like it. So that whenever I hit the create button, it actually generates 2 songs. So that one was just the first one. But let's check the waffle. And I do have my oven set to warm because I have this in here. So then that way, as I make it, I just pop the waffles in there. All right, let's check it. I'd rather use a tong. Tong, ta tong, tong. Okay, a little bit longer. It's still not where I want it to be. So I've got the timer on the oven, so I'm watching it from there. But like I said, that was melt that, but I do like the tone of it. So the first song was good. Getting my frying pan out now. Maybe I'll put that as part of the lyrics next time, Em. All right. Thank you. Now let's hope. Let's hope. Let's hope that the second one is pretty good. All right, so that was the first one.
Grab an apron and crack an egg. Are we gonna make pudding? Warm up the oven and melt that butter. But let's get to cooking. Can we get prepared to cook big meals, small meals, and just what will it be? Will we bake it or fry it? Will they want something sweet or something savory? Grab your apron, let's get to cooking.
Okay. That, I don't like the way it started. I was actually ready to turn it off. I don't like the way it started, but then it did start to pick up. Yeah. I do prefer the first one. All right. Oh, much better. See? It still sticks. Maybe I didn't spray it enough. No, don't use your hand. Maybe I'm using the wrong tongs. There we go. Oh, look at that. Listen to that. So I'm going to put it in the oven. And I think for the next one, it's going to give that another 10 seconds to heat back up. Just turn it up just a smidge. Like I said, I have it higher, more than halfway. All right, so the spray. And so far it looks like a full scoop and a smidge more. Smell that banana. About 10 seconds before I flip it. Ten seconds. I always forget which way I'm supposed to turn it. All right. So now I know I want to cook it probably 4.5 to 5 minutes just to get that that crispiness to it. Good melody is catchy. Yeah, I like the first one better. First one, say. I do like the first one better.
Grab an apron and crack an egg. Are we gonna make pudding? Warm up the oven and melt that butter. But let's get to cooking. Can we get prepared to cook big meals, small meals, and just what will it be?
Can you guys see the steam?
Will we bake it or
There's steam coming out.
will they want something sweet or something savory? Grab your apron.
There's a lot of steam coming out.
Grab your apron.
But I smell that banana. But I have to make sure that I go back into the description box and make sure that I include the information for the song. Some fresh sliced nanners. Yeah, I definitely have to be eating these bananas quick. I like to make my peanut butter and banana sandwiches, but I definitely have to use it because they're getting a little bit more on the ripe side. Praline's perfect topping. Some fresh sliced praline pecans on top. Sounds good. Does sound really good. But no whipped cream. I didn't think about grabbing some whipped cream. But we tend to favor, and I can't stand that they, do you guys remember what this used to be? Do you guys remember what the name of this brand used to be? But this is our backup if we don't have her. This is still our favorite. Mrs. Butterworth. Yeah, that's our favorite go-to. Hey, Bigsby. Nope, it won't come out. Alexa, set timer for 3 minutes.
3 minutes, starting now.
There you go. Grab your apron, let's get to cooking. That will be stuck in my head all day. It is. I'm really liking it. Let's play their song again.
Grab an apron and crack an egg. Are we gonna make pudding? Warm up the oven and melt that butter. But let's get to cooking. Can we get prepared to cook big meals, small meals? Just what will it be? Will we bake it or fry it? Will they want something sweet or something savory? Grab your apron, let's get to cooking. Grab an apron and crack an egg. Are we gonna make pudding? Warm up the oven and melt that butter. But let's get to cooking.
What's funny is that I was actually trying to come up with another word that rhymes with cooking. And I don't know why. Pudding. Pudding just popped into my head. So I was like, okay, I guess are we going to make pudding? But I do cheat sometimes. And I'll go online and I'll also look up synonyms. Synonyms for these words. Synonym. Oh. Was that the timer going off? Alexa. No. I froze? Alexa, cancel timer.
You have two 3-minute timers on this device. A 3-minute timer with about 14 seconds left and a 3-minute timer with about 2 minutes and 56 seconds left. Which one do you want to cancel?
Cancel both.
Cancel.
There we go. All right. So let's check this one.
Are you still running over there?
Yeah. Yeah, am I still running for y'all or? Because I still see it on the laptop going. Huh? Oh, it's frozen on the iPad? Am I frozen to you guys? Okay. I want to make chocolate pudding. Oh, yes. It is giving a Jack Johnson vibe, the song. Oh, I don't know who that is, but if that's the vibe that I'm getting from this song, I'll go check it out. Okay, so I'm not frozen. All right, let's see how this one came out. Oh, yeah, much better, and it's not even sticking. I don't know if you guys saw that. Yeah, for whatever reason, the top side is not cooking as much as the bottom side. So, but see, I sprayed it a little bit more, and look at that. It's not sticking to the griddle as much. All right, so let's get this picked up. Let's see what the other side looks like. Oh, it was still kind of sticky there. Oh, no, then it wasn't ready. Whoops, pop you back in there. It wasn't ready. I'm going to do it for about another minute and a half. So I'm going to wait until the timer on the stove drops down to 42. But yeah, did you guys see the bottom half of that? Yeah. My mom made homemade pudding for my dad on Sundays a lot. Aw. He has a song called Banana Pancakes. No joke. No way! Okay, no. I gotta find that. What was his name again? Do you know who he is, babe? Oh, you've heard of him? Jack Johnson. Songs. Okay, Jack Johnson songs. The captain is drunk, better together, sitting, waiting, wishing. Banana pancakes, no way. All right. I got to hear the song, so I'm going to mute you guys briefly just so I can hear. Oh, man. Oh, wow. Yeah. I can hear it, and even in the voice. Oh, man. That's one thing they say when I looked it up about using uh, AI music with your content, that that it's sampling, and it would have some similarities to music that's already out there. So, but man, you ain't kidding. I don't know if the song is good. I mean, I can hear a similarity in the tone of his voice, and even my husband, even Jesse was like, "Yeah, I can hear the similarity." I'm like, "Whoops." That is so weird. He has a banana pancake song. It is. That is just such a coincidence. Okay, look at that. Much darker now. Let's see what the other side looks like. All right. All right, it's still a little bit on the light side, but that's okay. I think this one is done. It'll finish cooking in the oven. No pun intended. It's on, done, oven. All right. So now I know to make sure I add enough. All right.
It's a cute story. Comes out, sees the shadow, doesn't see the shadow. People like it. People are morons.
Stop. Be nice, babe.
What?
And flip. Alexa, set timer for 5 minutes.
Start it all on.
All right, let me sit down while that's cooking.
Hey, good looking.
I used to make cornbread. Oh my goodness.
Cooking? How about cooking something with me?
Stop it.
What? You wiping my kiss off?
No. No. All right, let me read that again. I used to make cornbread in the waffle maker often. Can flavor it individually any way you like. Crunchy, buttery outside. I'm going to look for the waffle maker. I'm going to want waffles. Man, that sounds... Is it overflowing? Yeah, I think I might. It's sizzling over there. It's just a smidge coming out on the side. So I might have added just a little bit too much on that one. But that sounds delicious. If you have a cornbread recipe, I know the one in HEB here in the HEB stores here in Texas, their cornbread, sorry if I keep here. Like I said, I'm going to be adjusting this a lot just so you guys aren't staring at my chin. Their cornbread, oh my gosh, it just has, it has enough sweetness to it, and it is perfect. I love eating their cornbread with chili, and I'm looking at the wrong part of the phone. I'm looking at the bottom half instead of where the camera's at. But I just love their cornbread, and I love eating it with chili. With my sister's version. Words go faster that I can say it, that I end up jumbling it as it comes out. But using my sister's recipe for her chili, and that, or any, chili really, eating it with the with the cornbread. Oh, delicious.
Don't say you don't remember me, because I sure as heck I remember you, Ned Ryerson. Needle nose Ned, Ned the head. Come on, buddy, Case Western High.
Can you guys hear him? Yummy. Babe, I guess what...
Got the shingles real bad when I was a junior. Dated your sister a couple
Guess what we're
times
going to have
before
for dinner tonight?
What's that?
Chili and cornbread.
Chili and cornbread.
They said they can sort of hear you.
Can they?
So when you're doing your stuff, you got to make sure you're closer to the phone.
I was loud.
I know you were.
I know you were. I know you were, but what am I? Needle nose Ned, Ned the head.
No, you're not as loud as you were over there.
No, standing closer to him. I'm changing hats.
Okay. Ready? Ready?
No, not ready.
Say it. And action. Oh, you want to do it on your own time? Not when...
That's right.
Silly man. Oh, I got about 2 minutes left on the timer. But I do plan on, for another video that I want to make for this channel, the Hanging with GuamGal, I do want to put stuff together since my son is going to be in Guam for a little bit. I want to try and schedule another live stream with him, a joint live stream while he's at the beach. I want to put together videos that he's going to be providing me so you guys, I can share a little bit more of my home island. So those are going to be videos that I'm going to hope to get out within the next couple of weeks, because my brother was able to take him around, and he got to see where one of my childhood homes was, and I say was because it's no longer there. He said he was sad to see that. I mean, even the elementary school, it's done. Yeah, it's ready. Oh, He said that, he was sad to see that happen. Alexa, stop timer. All right. You opened it already?
Yeah. Open it, lift it, flip it, smack it, rub it down, all down.
I guess, what, did you lower, no, maybe did I lower the heat? I'm going to give it another minute. I'm going to wait to 33. But yeah, he said he was sad to see some of the stuff, because the land where the house was in the southern part of the island, it's overgrown because the person who ended up buying it, he bought it, that's the story, that he ended up buying it for his wife, but his wife didn't want to live down there. So it's
next to the cemetery.
It's pretty much abandoned, and I think the biggest reason why she didn't like it, because it's right next door to a cemetery. And yes, even from when I was a child to now, I mean, not that it's expanded, hugely, but it has expanded a little bit in reference to the width, but even to the length, it has grown. So I'm sure that was probably the biggest reason why I don't want to live next to a cemetery. What are you kidding? I don't care if I can see the beach out. I'm looking at the beach from my front door and I can just look out the window and I'm seeing the beach. I don't care. So, but, so yeah, one of my childhood homes, is no longer there. And he couldn't even see one of the elementary schools that I went to. But so that's just a little bit of his venture that he got to do. Nope, still not ready.
No, still not ready. This is one of those moments where television really fails to capture the experience of a large squirrel forecasting the weather.
Is that from the movie?
Yes, it is.
Is it? Oh. Oh, I don't recognize. Who said that?
Bill Murray.
Oh. Oh, at the start.
When he was filming, yeah, when he was filming all that.
Oh, okay.
Come on.
All right, let's see.
Who's this cat? Well, that's that cat. Eating grass. We got a collar. You see that cat out there? You wanna go beat it up?
Nope, it's not sticking, but it's also didn't get the color like the very first one. So I don't know. I don't know. See, it's not as dark as the first one. Even though I turned up the heat. But I don't know why it's not cooking all the way through now. Not that it's not cooking all the way through. It's not browning like the very first one. I lived... Nisi says she loves your quotes, Beck. I lived next to a cemetery. Old house was the gravekeeper's house. Worst years of my life. Don't move next to a cemetery. Not good juju. Tell me about it. Tell me about it. Let me tell you a story. But let me put the next one in. This time I'm going to set it for 6 minutes. I think that's the problem. I noticed because I'm adding more spray, now it's not browning as well as the first one, because the first one I didn't add a lot. And just a smidge more. Get that nice and covered.
I go back to what she said earlier about groundhog stew.
Groundhog stew.
Groundhog Day used to mean something in this town. Used to pull them out and used to eat them. You people are all hypocrites.
That's from the movie. That's from the movie, just in case.
That's from the movie.
You wanna go see your friend?
Oh boy.
Yeah.
our cat,
Not too bad. It's all right.
Slinky Doodle.
I can't help you.
Every time he's she always wants to go outside, but we're afraid to let any of our cats outside because even though we see the wild ones out there, they're not the ones we're concerned about. It's we got owls and we've got hawks flying about, so
Well, there's
yeah.
boxes everywhere. We don't worry about the owls, but
Well, she's kind of on the small side. But okay, so let me tell you that story. Honestly, I don't remember if I've shared it before, but for those of you guys that may not have heard this one, in reference to one of my childhood homes there in Guam, we did, we've got the house. There was a part of the land that was jungle, and then you had this big old cemetery to the side. Honestly, as I was thinking about it, as a child, I really, wasn't too afraid of it, I guess. It was only when I had to go near it, had to go walking by it, and at night at that. So, but right here, as he's pointing to, the southern part of the island that I'm talking about. Yeah.
Can I see it right there? Yep. Way down there.
So
someday.
that someday we'll make it out there again. Hopefully sometime later this year. But anyways,
Someday people are gonna see me interviewing a groundhog and think I have no future.
what was I saying? Okay. Living by the cemetery. I don't think I was really scared about it, even though I did have a very active imagination as a kid. But what sticks out in my mind the most about that cemetery and at night was one night my oldest sister had asked me to go with her and a friend because not even a half a mile down the street from our house was a gas station, a little convenience store. And by the way, that building is still there. So this was maybe the late 70s when this happened. Possibly like 81, 82, not 100% sure. All I know is that I was still young. And so I went with them. And our house is on the same side of the cemetery. So of course, when we're leaving the house to go to the store, we're walking on the same side. So we leave our house, we pass that little patch of jungle that separates our house from the cemetery. And then we get to the cemetery part, and we're maybe quarter way of the distance from when you first hit the cemetery to the other end of it. And it's not a dark cemetery. There you've got the street lights when street lights was such a big thing. And even in the center of the cemetery, they had another one of those lampposts, pointing down to even one of the specific graves, or shining down at least on one grave specifically. And all of a sudden we start to hear a noise. It wasn't just my imagination. It wasn't just me as a little kid's overactive imagination. It's night, cemetery, ooh. And because my sister and her friend also heard it. And so we're looking at the cemetery like, what is this? What is this that we're hearing? And in the center of the cemetery where I talked about, the lamppost and it's shining down on this one specific grave, we see a dark shadow on top of that grave. A dark shadow just sitting there. And we were just like, nope. We crossed the street. We hurriedly got across the road, and we practically, we started jogging and running towards the store. So, yeah. And honestly, even to this day, we don't know if it was just someone, having a little fun with us. But with, all the stories we hear, being on a small tropical island, I part of me still believes that. I don't think it was someone poking fun at us. And like I said, it wasn't just my imagination because I was with two young adults No, she was probably at that age. Yeah, she was a teenager. So no, it's not ready yet.
Oh my god.
What time does it say on the stove?
24, 21.
Okay. Alexa, set timer for 2 minutes. And so yeah, it was, you know, that sticks out of my mind specifically because I remember we stopped in our tracks. We looked in the direction of where we were hearing the sound coming from. And how in the world can someone, unless they were wearing a completely head to toe black suit, you know, to be able to sit underneath lighting and not casting to where you can see facial expression, you know, features or anything like that. It was just a dark figure sitting on top of a grave.
They didn't have black suits in the 80s.
So I don't know what time of night it was. All I know is that it was nighttime. So, yeah. That's why when I see movies, you know, TV shows where they do stuff in the cemetery, and I'm like, you don't play around that stuff. You don't disturb those that are resting. I don't play around like that. Needless to say, on the walk back, yeah, we stayed on the opposite side of the road on the walk back, and we didn't waste our time from, you know, once we hit where the cemetery was to getting back to in front of our house to cross the street. But that's the only thing, honestly, in the times that we stayed in that house that I remember anything happening. And it wasn't anything happening at the house. It was just something that happened at the cemetery itself. So, yeah, that's my spooky story for today. All right. Shows I got almost time to take a look at it. Even the hubby gets a little antsy and he's over here messing with it. It's like, don't touch it.
There's no way this winter is ever going to end as long as this groundhog keeps seeing his shadow. I have to stop it.
There goes my timer.
Alexa, cancel.
And the size of the waffle, see, it's about almost the size of my hand. All right, let's see. Drum roll, please. Nope, still. I really think that's what it is now. I really think it's because I'm spraying a little bit more on the see, this is the side that I'm spraying a little bit too much of the whatchamacallit. So this is what I'm going to do on the last, just a tiny spray in the center, because that's where it sticks the most. So this time I put a little bit just like I did the first time, and we'll see. We'll see if I can get the coloring to work. So there's enough in here to make one full one and then one itty bitty tiny one. So that's why it would be cool if I got one of those mini waffle makers. All right. So one full one. I mean, I could probably put the rest of it in here, but it's going to overflow. So there's just enough batter in there to make one itty bitty tiny one. thank you for joining. Who's leaving? Sorry, I didn't see the comment. Bye, friend. Thank you so much for being here. Have a wonderful day. I'm going to be going live on my Gig Live channel a little bit later, but thank you for joining. Alexa, set a timer for 5.5 minutes.
5 minutes and 30 seconds, starting now.
Oh, I'm frozen.
Uh-oh.
Or am I? Nope, it's just because there's a lag. I'm taking a Snuggle the Pup Day. Aw. What's the weather there, or the temperature for today, Nieces? It's gonna be another sunny day for us. And what's the high? Are we gonna actually get into the 80s today?
High today. 80.
Yeah, we're gonna get into the low 80s.
80, 81, 81, 82, 84, 83, 85. That's all.
Nice, warm. But before you guys go, before any of you guys leave, because here in a little bit, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys the batch that I've made. But you know I gotta do it. I got to do it.
Grab an apron and crack an egg. Are we gonna make pudding? Warm up the oven and melt that butter. But let's get to cooking. Can we get prepared to cook big meals, small meals, just what
Yeah.
And then my last quote from Groundhog Day for you, my love, would be, whatever happens tomorrow or the rest of my life, I'm happy now. I love you. Yes, that's a quote from Groundhog.
Oh, is it? I don't remember that one either. So, this one is the best looking one. The very first one. The others, I think it just had to do with the spray. I think it had to do with the spray as to why they didn't brown completely, because the ones where I sprayed a little bit too much, it didn't brown as much as the others, as the very first one did. But here we go. Let's try. And that's the other thing I like about the waffles, is that, you know, you can break them in half easily, so you can enjoy them in pieces. So let's give it a try. So this is without anything on it. I can still smell that banana flavor. And I can taste it. Perfect. Enough sweetness to it. And so like I said, with 2 cups of flour that I used in this recipe for this video, I did about 1/2 cup of sugar. Let's add a little bit of syrup. Just a little bit. Just to put in the little pocket there. Babe, come try it. You gotta try first without anything.
Wow.
It's good, right?
Special.
Well, you gotta have some with the syrup. You're gonna eat it just like that?
Sweet enough.
Yeah, I actually don't need any syrup with that amount of sugar that I added for just 2 cups of flour. So again, if you know you're gonna want to enjoy it with syrup and even topping it with fruit, bananas, strawberries, pralines, you can reduce the amount of sugar and bring it closer to a 1/4 cup of sugar. You know, maybe just a little bit more than that. So that way you can still add, you know, additional stuff to that and not just eat it as is. But with the recipe that I did today for this live stream, with 2 cups of flour and just a little bit more than 1/2 cup of sugar, we can eat it just like this. Because for me, it has that perfect balance of the sweetness. That's why I only added just like a smidge of syrup, because then it would make it overly sweet. And despite me having a sweet tooth, that's just a little too much. But
Do a contest, see how many people can figure out how many hats I changed into during this live stream.
yeah. Okay.
How many hats did I change into? How many hats did y'all see?
Alexa, stop timer. But thank you guys so much for joining. I do hope that you guys will, you know, get to make some waffles of your own, whether you got the full size or the mini. And share this out, you know, or just even, you know, alter this recipe to your liking, of course. Because, like I said, the pancake recipe is based off of my Aunt Connie's recipe that I just did a tiny alteration. And then I even altered it a little bit more just to make the waffles. But like I said, thank you guys so much for joining us. Have a wonderful Sunday. Don't forget to find me on my Gig Life and More channel, as I will be going live a little later. What was that?
I lost track of how many hats I changed into. During this live stream. I couldn't tell you. I got enough hats that I can wear one every day for the
For
next
2
month.
weeks. Oh,
No,
just
for-
over 2 weeks.
2 weeks? Is it 2 weeks?
Yeah, I think you counted 15, 16.
No, I don't know about that. There's a whole lot.
Well, at the minimum, 2 weeks. But have a fantastic day, everybody. Like I said, thank you so much for joining. I hope you'll join me once again the next time that I go live, or even when I post just a regular video. But until then, y'all stay safe out there. Let's get to cooking. Adios for now. Bye.